I am intentionally homeless. 5 days, I'm doing another 365 days. I can't afford to make mistakes. Jungle Story is my life. Door-to-door positivity tour with in a book. First volume, The Jungle Story, of people's stories that I get when I come in front of their door. Average American depression will be symbolized by putting masks on these swingers' heads. The aspect of monogamous marriages don't fucking make sense to me, and I don't believe in them. I don't believe in the vow process. What are you gonna do for money? Mental health warriors of the jungle flow. Rover looking. I'm gonna have a Patreon. Do interviews with homeless people. The things that have been difficult to obtain have created Jungle Jaye. It's funny when people say gifts. I don't believe in gifts anymore. Gifts are something that is earned. GiveBack program. You have to throw yourself into the fire for you to feel aware of my surroundings and wake up every day with an intention. And I'm grateful. It's your boy Jungle Jaye, hot and ready, live and direct, changing the world one person at a time. I think it's time. I think it's time to talk about why I am intentionally homeless. What does intentionally homeless mean? Intentionally homeless means that the intentional part is understanding that I have the skills, I have the mindset, I have the competency to get whatever job I want, whenever, wherever, however, with whoever, whenever, and I have the connections to do so. I can go anywhere I want because of the person that I am. And I say that very confidently, humbly, that I have made connections from temptation and in general in my life that puts me into a certain mindset that understanding that those connections I can use to my advantage. And also the life experiences and also the interesting person that I am and the things that have been difficult to obtain have created Jungle Jaye into being able to talk the way I do and be able to give me the gifts. It's funny when people say gifts. I don't believe in gifts anymore. Gifts are something that is earned personally, because when it talks about gifts, when it comes to personality, because a lot of people say that, oh, your gift of vulnerability and transparency and your energy is such a gift. No, I've fucking done the work to fucking make this shit happen. And also the intentional part was supposed to be understanding that I would have the money and the wherewithal to do the things I need to while I'm homeless, but that obviously got obliterated when I went to Europe and spent all of it. And now it's made me even more intentional in the way I go about my shit, right? I can't lose my passport. I can't lose my bag. I can't afford to make mistakes or it's gonna set me back tenfold, all right? That being said, the intentional part is also understanding that I have to be aware of my surroundings and wake up every day with an intention to succeed, to get better, to understand, to maximize on what I'm doing, because the Jungle Story is my life. The Jungle Story means that everybody's story has a message, and within that message it has a purpose and meaning. And that's because my story has been given so much credibility to my life, and it's what's given me the opportunity to sell myself at a high level wherever I go. And you wonder why I've been able to do physical therapy or do mortgages or been able to model at a high level, or why did I find myself on reality TV? Because I told my story at a high level. How did I go to temptation and manifest me needing to build a personal brand and want to revolve my life around it? Because I went there and had the energy and then had a conversation with the right people at the right time, and that's what's led me to where. And then being in Alaska, how did I find myself in Alaska? Because I sold my story, I sold myself, and I did that intentionally to understand that the intentions is understanding that I'm going to do not only a door-to-door positivity tour, which is me selling myself every day at a high level, but it's going to also wrap around a podcast format of me getting a podcast, getting people's story door to door, but also have the opportunity to do a podcast at their door, while also co-authoring in a book, first volume, The Jungle Story, of people's stories that I get when I come in front of their door. And then I'm gonna do a documentary off my phone and edit and make a documentary of them. That's the first journey, right? And then the podcast, the addition to the podcast is understanding I'm going to talk about the oppression of ethical non-monogamy, open relationships, and the swinger mindset, because 80, because an oppression will be symbolized by putting masks on these swingers' heads, and maybe even my head, to symbolize. And what does oppression mean? Why are you saying oppressed open relationships? Because I worked at Temptation for a year and 8 months, and 80% of people couldn't tell people that they went to Temptation because of judgment, and because of their job, and because of what society has put on us to make us believe that we can't be in an open relationship, when that is the solution to what's going to build the next generation of relationships and family dynamics, and what I believe gives you the best results for success in life in general and in your relationship and marriage. Because divorce rates are at 50% in the US, above 50% in Canada, 40 something. Let's hop on a plane. And there's a 50% chance it may crash or burn. Yo ass and get on that plane. Let's sign a fucking contract, and there's a 50% chance that contract may fail. You might, hey, I'm good, thank you. I have to come back to this. All right. I had to get some more pizza. The boys intentionally homeless get pizza because it's $10 buffet, baby. $10 buffet. Finding the finesse, because I said, I'm gonna spend $12 at Chipotle and only get a Chipotle bowl, which is probably the most food I can get. Or I can go to Walmart and get a $6 chicken, which is fire. Or I can get all-you-can-eat pizza. I'm only eating once a day and trying to drink a gallon of water a day. It's not why we're here. Let's rewind to what I was talking about. Rewinding of what I was talking about. If there's a 50% chance that you make an investment and there's a 50% chance that you get a return on that investment, are you making that? Obviously, you have to be high risk and high reward. And most people ain't making that shit. The aspect of monogamous marriages don't fucking make sense to me, and I don't believe in them. I don't believe in the vow process, right? The vow process is so interesting because I don't believe in the aspect of me saying that I'm gonna be with you for the rest of my life, do its part. And you realize that's what makes people complacent and comfortable, and makes it so that people think that you're never going to leave. Because guess what? Now I can tell you all my deepest, darkest secrets because I know you're not going to leave. No, you should do that at a high level anyways, regardless if someone makes that commitment to you or not. I'm not going to go on that. But that's why I want to talk about the oppression of ethical non-monogamy, swingers, mindset. And then the end result will be to create a Jungle GiveBack program. And that will be me going to these homeless shelters, right? Speaking my truth, understanding that I'm throwing myself into the fire, which is so interesting because my brother said, you don't have to throw yourself into the fire for you to feel other people's pain. Made a great example and said, there's Bill Belichick. He didn't play football, but guess what? He's one of the best coaches ever. Frank Lucas, he fucking, he was one of the best drug dealers ever. He didn't do drugs. I made the example of, oh shit, there are therapists out there that haven't been through what these other people have been through, but guess what? They can ask the right questions and relate to them at a high level because of what they've learned. I said, damn, he's right. But guess what? I don't want to be comfortable. I don't want to have things that are familiar and put myself into an environment that, like I did in Alaska, where I realized I worked on a boat for 4 months, nothing against those people, but I just felt mediocrity all around me. I felt people okay with just being okay with their situation, and that's all they knew, right? And everybody I was fed. And it's hard to be hungry when you're fed, right? You're just complacent, and that's not the way I'm living my life. I'm living my life intentionally homeless, and the homeless aspect of it is understanding that, are they closing? The buffet, that's closing, don't worry. But the homeless part of it is understanding that having the expense of having a rent expense only puts you in a space of knowing that you're gonna have other demands. God damn it, this shit is not working. Knowing that you're gonna have other priorities come into play. Once you get a house, you're gonna have to get a car, you have to get a job, and then that's gonna leak into other. 80% of your job, 80% of your life is already taken advantage of, and then you have to spend the rest of the 20% of it fucking trying to do your side hustle and passion. Me going homeless is I'm going 100%. This means I'm going 100% in on all of my passions and desires and the things that are right for me, right? I'm making sure this camera is not gonna slide. God damn it. I need my fucking tripod. My tripod. Lost my fucking tripod. Don't start. Yes, and that's the intentionally homeless and what that means. And yes, I have bought my tent and my heated blankets and everything I need to be intentionally homeless. And not only that, but what are you gonna do for money, right? What am I gonna do for money? Is understanding I have a few ideas, right? I have my own, there's a book that actually came out that was supposed to come out maybe a year ago, but it's called Mental Health Warriors. And I've already paid the publisher, and the book's already come out, and all I have to buy it is for $3 a pop. And so I might buy 50 of them for maybe 100. Stop fucking moving. Jesus. What am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do? You good? You good? You gonna make it work? You're gonna keep moving. I'm gonna buy the book, and then I can buy it for a low cost, $3, and then I'm gonna reciprocate the difference from that. All right, I'm probably $25 a book, and I'll probably reach a 22 profit on each book. That's what I'm saying. Next, I plan on having, I thought about doing unemployment or having homeless benefits. I said, fuck that, I'm going this entrepreneurial journey. So I said, next journey I'm gonna try is I'm gonna go in front of stores or shops and have a table, have a whiteboard. I'm gonna have a quote on it and say, let's talk about it. And then I'm gonna give them an opportunity to have a conversation with me. And then I'm gonna ask them at the end, say, how much do you think that this conversation was worth to you? And if it was worth that much, you could Venmo me, Cash App me, anything, because I have my own personal brand called The Jungle Story, and I'm intentionally homeless for this aspect right here. And I wanna be able to provide more value in intentional conversations like this. And if you don't, that's fine, to stay connected along our journey. But I know that this is something I want to do for the rest of my life, and this is something I'm committing my whole life towards. Whatever value and support you can bring to me would be amazing. Boom. That's number 2. Number 3, I'm going to go to the parks, and I'm gonna get on Eventbrite, put an Eventbrite out there called the Jungle Flow. And the Jungle Flow will be a holistic approach to not only stretching, but exercise, and also meditation. And also I will at the end get everyone's story and tell them it will be recorded and added into the Jungle Story. And I will tell people, right now I don't have the means to buy bands for people and or understand that I'm not a personal trainer, and I'm also not a yogi. So that being said, I am going to have people wear headphones. I'm gonna listen to well, first off, we're gonna stretch. I know to stretch with bands. Hopefully, if you don't have bands, we can stretch without them. Do a whole exercise class, which it comes to upper body, lower body. I know the gist of that. And then after that, I'm gonna do a guided meditation. And first off, and then that guided meditation, I'm happy to put their headphones in, and we're just gonna listen to a YouTube. And with one of the abs exercise and maybe some of the other exercises, I might use my phone, because I'm not here to be a personal trainer. I'm not here to be a yogi. I'm here to offer the opportunity to build a community for people to tell their story and feel comfortable within that. And so they can change the world one person at a time with their story, as I have. And that's what I want to make, the Jungle Flow. And then at the end of that, I'll be like, hey, this is a free class. If there is any way through my Instagram, I have a link where you can help support the cause of what I'm doing in my personal brand. I'm gonna do this twice a week, and hey, this is the way I'm making my money and what I'm gonna dedicate my life to, and I wanna build more of a bigger jungle community for those around me. That'll be number 3. And number 4, I have to think about that in a second. Number 4, I'm gonna have a Patreon for my podcast. I'm still trying to figure out exclusive ways to add content that is different from the norm of what you can get from YouTube for my content. Not sure, but that'll be more of a supporting vehicle. So that's number 4. Number 5 is I'm going to do interviews with homeless people, and those interviews will intertwine me also at the end being able to give them, ask some questions about how being homeless, their story, and then at the end I'm going to ask them, I'm gonna give them, for right now it's gonna be a $10 gift card to Chipotle, maybe 15. I don't really got it right now. And then, but I want to get to the point of call it Jungle Kingdom Kit. And I want to give them a suitcase with a air mattress, with a pump for the air mattress, a heated blanket, gift cards, maybe some warm socks. It would be a whole kit of things that a homeless person would need. And then also through that, I'm gonna put a GoFundMe behind that, maybe stay in contact with that homeless person. And after a week, have people donate through their story, and then also have people understand that, hey, if you want me to keep giving more to these homeless people, to the homeless community, then I will need not only help support within the GoFundMe, but also within supporting me, because this is the way I'm making my life right now. And this is what I'm doing to give up all things that are comfortable and familiar, and to go in on my passion of changing one person at a time in the jungle story. I'm gonna try all those out. And then lastly, the matrix shit is understanding that I will need to find a way to get money and also support myself. I have a rover booking December 24th through the 31st, where I'm going to be watching Samba, one of my client's dogs, and it's about $300 for the week, but I get to stay there, live there. And you're like, what do you mean? You're not going to be intentionally homeless too? No, what do you mean? This is supposed to be 365 days of being intentionally homeless. Oh, my bad. And with the intentionally homeless, I'm going 365 days of intentional homelessness, and that means it's not all the way through, right? There will be days where I'm going to be doing Rover, or even I went to my boy's graduation, I'll be counting 365 days. And accumulatively, on all social media platforms, I will get 1 million followers. If I don't get 1 million followers in 365 days, I'm doing another 365 days. Fuck it. Until this shit fucking hits. I'm not stopping until I figure out the formula to how I can make all this come together so I can make who I am into what I do. And what I do is who I am. Because everyone separates that shit and doesn't think that they should make their passion their work, and their work their passion. You're fucked up, because that's 60% of your life that you're throwing down the fucking drain to work for $1 that doesn't mean shit. They print money. They fucking print money, dog. They print it. It's not even a real thing. They can just print money, and what do? With your time and your energy, you can buy a house and a car, and you can slave your ass until you fucking retire for you to retire, so you can't have money for retirement, and your ass gets on Social Security and then can't live the life you want, and then you're dependent on other people. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Not doing that. The average American, oh my God, the average American is doesn't have $1,000 in their savings. The average American, 65% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. The average American has 42 grand in debt. The average American wants a career change. No, it ain't gonna be me. 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 So you're gonna see my ass intentionally homeless, and with success, y'all gonna be like, damn, that should make sense. Right now, it doesn't make sense to your ass. But I've manifested this, and I'm taking action on this. I've done this for 6 years. 6 fucking years, everything failing. Everything. J&J failed. Being a professional model, trying to make content of that shit failed. Me going on reality TV, me getting no attention from that, and me not even finding love, which hopefully I was trying to. And I fell into something, that shit got fucking shredded. Nothing came from that other than, well, everything came from that because of my appreciation perspective, and my direction got fucking tunnel vision into Jungle Jaye. But that was an L. And that's what the last video was about, me explaining all this. And then I went to temptation to go all in on Jungle Jaye to try to figure out how I could wrap all this shit together, change my whole trajectory and my mindset, my values, beliefs, and morals. And then I tried to I said, fuck the medians, fuck the dancing in the middle of the medians. I got genital herpes, and I said, well, I can't fucking get on the reality TV show, because that's why I was at temptation, to build my brand, build Jungle Jaye, and also to get on another reality TV show so I can leave the modeling opportunities and national commercials, and I actually got obliterated. So I said, fuck it, how can I make my own show? So you know what I did? That shit failed. I said, I'm gonna go to downtown Cancun and do interviews. Guess what? That shit was ass. Didn't work. Fuck it. So you know what? Took my ass to Alaska after my fucking thoughts were everywhere because of the general herpes shit, and I wasn't honest with the people I was with. I said, fuck it. Go to Alaska, get my mind right, and lay my gratification for this moment right here. Right here. And I'm in it. I've been intentionally homeless for 008 days now. 008. And I'm not stopping until I fucking blow the fuck up. Not only in social media, but just in every aspect of my life. Yeah. That's why I'm intentionally homeless. And you'll be seeing more content from me as this time goes on. And I'm grateful, dog. I am grateful. And I'm here to change the world one person at a time. And if you have any more questions, drop it. Link it below. Subscribe, like, throw some love, please. And we're going to see what this reciprocates into. Because I'm going to reciprocate good energy. And those are the people I'm going to invest my time into. So let me know how you feel about it. This is why I'm going intentionally homeless. Thank you for tuning in. Much love. Keep spreading it. You know that love is the answer, and we're here to change the world one person at a time by bringing people's story to reality. God damn. Stop.